What is up, everybody? It's me, Doomasect, back with more Pokemon raids. Trying to get into the habit of doing recordings again. This is day 5, Friday. I think my current plan is. So I've been recording these. I think I'm going to be putting up the week after I do the recordings. Alright, we got Mastiff, Dragon type. It's already dark, so should be weak to. Well, I mean, it's gonna be weak to Fairy because it's Dragon, but Fairy should be a good choice to bring. Yeah, Zacian. Zacian? I think it's Zacian. I don't actually know. On the plus side, no black pepper at work tonight. Instead, it was lemon pepper. So, yeah, it was just as bad. Not exactly fun, but hey, it's Friday. No work for the next couple days. No dealing with pepper, which is fantastic. Now, if only the weather could figure out what the hell it's doing. At the very least, the last few days it's been rainy as hell, so it hasn't been super dry, which has been helping my throat, which is fantastic for these recordings. That's a flex. I wonder why I didn't bring the sword version, though. Oh well. I'm using a different controller today, too. My Joy-Cons are about dead, so I busted out a. What are you? You're like a PS4 Afterglow or something? And it's connected through my 8-bit do adapter. But it's got its button layout has the Xbox button layout overlaid with the PS4 button layout, which looks really cool because it's got like a square, and then there's an X in the box, and then like triangle, and there's a Y in the triangle. Like, it looks really cool, but it's also not the Nintendo button layout, which is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the Xbox controllers. Oh, I guess I'd say the Xbox controllers look like the Nintendo controllers, but it's the other way around. Nintendo's latest controller, the Switch Pro controller, basically is just a frickin' Xbox controller, which I'm fine with. That's fantastic to me. The 360 controller, like, still, in my opinion, is like the most ideal layout for controller. That's top tier controller right there. When I was actually buying a shitload of these controllers, that's kind of what I was looking for. Was I wanted a 360 controller, but I wanted it to be like updated wireless, so not using the same old crappy battery packs, and then to actually be Bluetooth wireless and not. I don't even know what the hell kind of wireless they were using. That's also on my. I have another channel that I'm also not really doing anything with. It was originally going to be a Genshin Impact channel, but that kind of fell through. Mostly because I take very long hiatuses from Genshin Impact, which, in my opinion, with that game, you have to. The people that have been playing it since like it first came out are constantly sitting there like, "Oh my god, this game has no content. It's like, yeah, well, you've got to take a break and go play other games for a while. I don't understand these people that are like they can constantly play one game just for years, and it's like, yeah, I don't get it. I had that issue with Final Fantasy 14 where I took like a year long break from it, and people, when I came back, they're like, oh, like you left for a while. I didn't think you were coming back. And it's like, oh no, I do this with games. It's one of the things I do. I'll take a freaking year long break from something, and then eventually come back to it, and that's how I like to operate. But what the hell was I saying? Uh, this is one of the issues with why I still script videos, because in my head, when I'm coming up with the scripts, which I usually do at work, it's just it is constant side rants. It's just like, okay, wait a minute, like I'm talking about doing a video about Pokemon, and then I'm thinking about it in my head, and at some point I've went on a fucking half-hour rant about like fucking, I don't know, like the fucking Ukraine war or something. It's just like, how did I get here? Like, wait, hold on. Why am I reminiscing about like toys from my childhood in a Pokemon video? Like, I can draw lines to how I got to this point, but it's still just like, okay, hold up. This isn't right. Okay, what do we got? Mastiff was easy, which is expected. It's a Mastiff. It's what, Gen 9 Mightyena, essentially. Okay, Fire Sinestia. I don't want to bring a water type. I don't want to bring a rock type. I don't want to bring ground type. Shit. Okay. So I would either need a fire, or not fire, I need a water, ground, or rock type that resists grass. And I don't think I've got that in rock. Do I have that in ground? I do, but you aren't ready for raids, I believe. Yeah, also, you're only level 80. What was the other type I said? Water. That would probably be my best bet. It needs to resist. Yeah. Yeah, Gyarados would probably be it. I think. It would have to be. It's some of these type combos are just, they're brutal. Psychic Volcarona is still the one that's just like, oh my god, the first time I ran into that, it's like, wait, so you can't bring Bug against it because it's fire type. You can't bring Dark against it because it's Bug type. The only thing you can bring against it's Ghost type, and at the time period, I didn't have a proper Ghost type set up to fight it, which is just like, oh, I can't fight this thing. This one's not quite as bad because Sinestia's stats are nowhere near what Volcarona's is. Volcarona's a freaking monster. Good old shiny Gyarados. This is indeed from Heart Gold. Get us a rain dance going on. Ooh, and someone boosted attack. Oh, of course, Dunspoor. Well, oh, hey. I'm boosting him with Rain Dish. Cool stuff. Ah, that did a fair amount. Oh, Shell Bells. About to say, like, wait, what just healed me? Kind of hoping one of them had used to heal. Well, at the very least, I shouldn't have to worry about my health falling too much between a Shell Bell and grassy terrain. The main thing I just gotta worry about now is if the paralysis kicks in, I don't get to attack. But that Ludicolo's loving this. Rain Dish and grassy terrain. This controller is definitely going to be lots more audible. It is for sure. Oh, there's the paralysis kicking in. Speaking of audible, I guess it's not. It's audacity, but whatever. Um, I think this is gonna be my last day doing a normal recording like this. I think what I'm kind of planning after this. So I don't know if I'm gonna record on the weekend or not. One of the things I want to do is I want to find either like an maybe like an AI music thing or something like that. Just something where I can get some like little background noise because I can't imagine the just me and whatever static fuzz is being picked up is probably super enjoyable. But yeah, I want to get like just some kind of like music kind of going on in the background. And I'll also probably start recording on Audacity again. That way I can cut out, whatever like background fuzz is going on. We we are not going to win this. Holy shit. Here I am ranting and everything. I look up and see that we have like no freaking time left. Well, I know I haven't died yet. And I didn't die at all. Blown out of the cavern. I can't really fault people for that one. That was a hard one to figure out a Pokemon to bring for it. I don't think my choice was too bad, but it could have probably been better. There was probably not necessarily that I had built up, but there was probably definitely a better Pokemon to have brought for that. Maybe something like an Empoleon? I'm not sure. No, Gyarados would have probably been better than Empoleon. I guess, yeah, I don't know. Well, no, Empoleon might have had better special defense overall than Gyarados. I don't. Empoleon's one of those Pokemon I really like, but I've never used because I don't use water starters almost hardly ever. The only time I use them is like the fire starter's gotta be it's gotta be bad. And by bad, I mean design wise. It's gotta be to the point I look at it, it's like, I don't want to use that thing. The two times I've used water starters, that has been the issue. Gen 5, I don't like pigs, like at all. So I have nothing really against the Tepig line, other than it just full on is not something I like. Hold on, I didn't even see what the hell type I'm looking for here. You are a rock type Sableye. I didn't know Sableye was even in the game. Oh, I'm just, yeah. Oof, why wouldn't I just take Komodo? There we go. Um, shit. No, come on. Come on, brain. No, go back to it. Oh, starters, that's right. Yeah, I didn't like the Tepig line because I don't like pigs. And then the other one was Incineroar? I think it's Incineroar. I love the Litten line. I love Litten and Torracat. I fucking hate Incineroar. when those designs got leaked, it was like such a bittersweet moment for me. 'Cause it's like Decidueye and Primarina looked awesome. It's like I want those to be the final designs. But then I looked at Incineroar, it's just like, what the hell is this abomination? I don't want this to be what my cute little Litten turns into. That was when uh, Meowscarada got leaked. One of my friends was just like, "Oh my god, you're gonna be pissed. You're gonna hate this." And then like I saw it, it's just like, "No, this is fine. I'm okay with this." It's for sure not my favorite design for a starter, but I mean, I haven't seen a design for a starter that like blew me away probably since like I was gonna say Gen 6, but I don't even know if then. I really I really liked Fennekin and Braxian. I do like Delphox, but Delphox for sure is not my favorite of final designs. Um, Probably Gen 4 then. Like Infernape was probably like the last one I was like, yeah, that looks freaking awesome. In all fairness, like designs since then have grown on me. A good example would be like Cinderace. When I first saw it, I was just like, yeah, meh. Like I didn't really care, but I mean, it's grown on me since. I say I don't really care. Like I think people really associate that with like super negative, and it's like no, like when I saw Cinderace, it's like this is fine. I don't have any strong feelings about it either which way. It's not horribly unpleasant to look at, but it's also not something I'm jumping out of my freaking chair excited about. For as much as people complain about, oh, am I dragon type? I must be dragon type. I didn't realize that. That makes sense, I guess. Does it? Does that make sense? I already have like good dragon type. I already got good fighting types though too. But I would have thought the belly punch, belly drum drain. Yeah, might as well just call it the belly punch combo at this point. Belly drain combo. Maybe that would be better. Uh, I really thought that would have pushed me over. Would have made me go fighting type. Um, I was talking something about starters. God, I'm fucking. I don't even have ADD, but I am super ADD tonight. Shit. Oh, okay, no, I was talking about designs. I had gotten onto designs by this point. People constantly talk about how the designs for newer stuff doesn't look as good as like it's obviously like a Gen 1er thing, even though I feel like the Gen 1er quote unquote is like already by this point like people have been talking about Gen 1ers for like the last 10 years. It's like I don't know how many of those are like still out there really, but apparently there's enough of them. Every time a new game comes out, there's freaking articles that are they immediately start off with like I haven't played games since Red and Blue, and it's just like then why are you reviewing the new Pokemon game? uh I'm not gonna lie, that's a side rant I'll put an asterisk in. Going back to designs, people say they're not as good as the old designs, but I think the last couple of generations we've had have been just really solid. Like Gen 9, if I had to pick the worst looking Pokemon, probably, at least in my opinion, I would probably say like Quavavel or something like that. And then for Gen 8, Colossal is probably my main pick for Gen 8. The fossils are abominations, but they're also kind of supposed to be. What am I fighting again? I remember it was. Okay. You have ground attacks. For sure. What do you mean, meow? Any other time, you are not boisterous. I start recording and you decide that you have to get up here and start meowing at me. Huh? Oh, yeah, okay. Backtalk me. No, because you're going to be weak against steel, and that's what that is. Um, Electric flying. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully. There's probably also a pretty good chance it has Smackdown. That'll probably screw me over, but. What are you up here meowing about, huh? What great indignity are you displaying at the moment? Hmm. Oh yes. She's now proceeding to lick her paw and then wash herself. Because that's probably what it is. You just ate and now you're looking for a spot to lay down. And you're probably yelling at me that I don't have the heated blanket just presented for you. She's an 18-year-old cat, and, yeah, she certainly acts like it, don't you? Are we gonna ready up anytime? So there we go. They're figuring it out. This one could go very badly. This is another one kind of struggling with the type combination. Even though it's mono steel, it's got ground type moves. I actually hate fighting this thing when it is mono steel Terra type because its ability that it has, if I'm remembering correctly, like absorbs ground type moves or something like that. We'll boost everybody up here. For as much as I thought my voice was sounding better today, the longer I'm going here, the more I'm starting to hear it getting kind of frickin' rough and gravelly, so. Then again, 3 days of pepper, so that probably did a hell of a number on it. Hey, there's SmackDown. SmackDown versus Raw. I don't even remember what the hell SmackDown versus Raw was. I know something with wrestling, but I couldn't tell you if that was one of the really old things or when it got its kind of like second wind. Like with the John Cena era, it seemed like wrestling really kind of got big into the spotlight again. I don't know, that was one of those things that, like, when I was little, I had a lot of friends that were into wrestling. I think my brother's still, like, really into wrestling. His wife constantly gives him shit about it because it's man soap opera. Like South Park hit the nail on the head. It, it's manly soap opera. He gets all pissy about that. He's like, that is not what it is. It's like, it's totally what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. Just enjoy it. I used Roost there, but I'm pretty sure this thing's dead. I think I saw when I used Roost there that they knocked its health down. Yep, there it goes. First throat clear, 25 minutes in. Hot damn. I'm probably gonna like rewatch this back and there's gonna be another one or something that I completely missed out on, but whatever. First throat clear that I noticed, so I know we're doing pretty good. I kind of expected this thing to be a little bit more of a challenge, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not glad that it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe that's all I needed was to finally start recording these. Maybe I was about to say maybe frickin' Nintendo can tell like when you're recording, so they don't want to put in all the shitty battles. But I don't have that much faith in Nintendo's ability to do anything online. It is very weird that once I start recording, I don't hit that many like horrible battles though. I haven't, even outside of recording though, I haven't had too many bad battles this week. Other than Monday, when I got stuck with trying to take out that frickin' Basque Legion. Oh my god. That thing is a frickin' nightmare. And then all the wonderful people bringing fire types against a Slowpoke, or Slowbro. Dragon Arcanine. Ooh. Glad it's a 5-star. That would have been a rough 6-star. Definitely don't want to bring Dragon, because it is for sure going to know Outrage. I don't want to bring Zacian, because it has Steel type. So we'll bring... Hold on, who's got more defense? You by a lot. That was an actual cough. Florges. I don't know what Florges' stats are like. Obviously, I've known at some point, because this thing is EV trained. And this was on my... This specific one is from my Generation 6 team. So I've definitely looked at its stats before, but I don't remember them being like super high. I think it's like base stat total like 500 something. But like low 500 something, like 500 like 15 or something. Yeah, we'll Calm Mind. Then we'll start moonbeaming. If it even lives that long. Don't leer me. Oh, you didn't leer me. You leered the Gardevoir. No, you leered... Wait, leer does everybody? Interesting. Did not know that. One I'm very surprised I don't see in raids more often is Howl. And maybe that's just because, like, not a lot learns Howl. But I would have thought that would have been a more common move. Because I think if Howl works like it does in, like double battles or back in the day with the triple battles, that should boost everybody's attack. Unless I'm thinking of something else. I'm pretty sure it was Howl. It could also just be a case of, like, frickin' nothing really learning it. Because has been my issue with, like, so in Gen 6 they introduced Infestation, which was a move I really liked. But, like, nothing learns it naturally hardly anymore. And there's no TM for it, so you don't hardly see it ever. That is another move that is on my list of TMs to come back. I'm pretty sure that list did get quite a bit smaller with this first DLC. I think the only things left are strength. Hold on, I gotta think. Strength, roost, infestation, and I think the other one's throat chop. That sounds right. And then maybe superpower? I can't remember if superpower was just flat out taken out of the game or if uh, it's just gone in like teachable form at the moment. There were a lot of moves that I thought were taken out of the game that are. I've got enough time for one more that are still around. I thought Meteor Beam had been completely taken out of the game, but I was just reading something the other day that said you can still get it with a metronome, so it's still in the game, but nothing currently can learn it. Ooh, water Toxapex. Okay. So, Toxapex raids are not as brutal as they could be, which I'm really thankful for. We're going to want an electric type for this. Probably one of these three. Two, I guess. The other one's not leveled up. We'll go with Evolite Magneton. No, I suppose I could have went with Toxicity too. Yeah, Toxapex, thankfully, is not as brutal of a raid fight as it could have been. Because I don't think it uses Baleful Bunker. I don't even know if you can use moves like Protect in raids. Which is very handy, because otherwise, it would basically be every other turn doing damage to this thing. This thing is the sole, reason I don't understand why they nerfed Chansey. We'll start out with Light Screen. They nerfed, not just Chansey, Blissey too. They nerfed Chansey and Blissey. Getting rid of the fact that they could learn Toxic to get rid of the Toxic Protect Soft Boiled combo. But then this thing's still in the game, and it's just like, okay, well, it's got Recover, Toxic, Baleful Bunker. It's just like, I don't get why you would take out, this other stall wall, but leave this one still being viable with that tactic. I suppose the Chansey combo was maybe just too good. I was suppose that's what I think a competitive person would would argue for, is like, oh no, like it was the oh damn, the Chansey Blissey setup was just too good for competitive. But I don't give Game Freak enough credit to understand what's good and what isn't in competitive. I'm assuming the reason they probably took that out is for things like the battle tower or the battle tree, because you could use those tactics to really heavily cheese that. Because that's exactly what I did with Toxapex. My entire strategy for those were either in Sun and Moon it was Salamence, in Sword and Shield it was Dragapult. You'd use Dragon Dance and then just another attack, something that did a good amount of damage. And if they managed to take that Pokemon out, you basically you switched over to Toxapex, because there'd basically be no way at that point that they could bring that thing down as well. And then you just had a third thing that was basically just kind of there as your oh shit button. Anyway, yeah, that is where. Hold on. Wrong buttons. That is where we're going to wrap it up, though. 35-minute mark. Yep. If you enjoyed the video, I guess stick around and subscribe, and hopefully the next video has better audio, less me being ADHD, and hopefully some like background music or something. We'll see. Till next time, watch out for bears.